Welcome everyone, this is a Beasty versus Valdemar on Relic River. Beasty has chosen Rus while Valdemar has chosen House of Lancaster. Well, what is the reason behind it? Because Beasty does believe the best counter against House of Lancaster is actually Rus. So picking Rus on this map is not a bad idea if you think about it, which other civilization could have picked. So he went with the Rus. He's doing the old school 2 hunting cabin plus house for the professional scout. Well, the question is, will he able to professional scout against the early spearman of the House of Lancaster? So far we can see the clear build of the Rus. You are building the 2 hunting cabin. You send 5 villager to the closest tree, to the striker tree, gathered up 50 wood, and after that you build another hunting cabin. The extra 1 villager that come out from the town center, you sent it to another wood line, and now you have 2 hunting cabin making gold and 1 house. The speedrun didn't arrive to the Beasty side, they are already pushing the deer to the town center, which also really good. And in the future, the next patch, the next season we will receive, this will not be able to do since they are nerfing the deer push. So right now players are really, let's say, enjoying it before it's gonna get nerfed to the ground. And it will not possible to really do. Almost 7 deer, back to the TC of House of Lancaster. The scout was very close to die, but in the end, he managed to survive. Oh, Beasty was out of sheep under his TC. The scout did not arrive because he couldn't find sheep. He's actually out of sheep. He's on 10 sheep total. 3 sheep carcass and 8 sheep on the scouts. You can see he has 3 scouts, but not that crazy amount of sheep. Well, if we go to the next player, Valdemar, he has 14 sheep, 4 carcass and 10 herdable. So the sheep didn't arrive back in time, and that made his villagers idle on the food. Now, if I calculate it together, Beasty already had 10 seconds of idle time, one of his villager, because he didn't show up as an idol for him. Which is a crazy amount. Valdemar is sending out his spearmen to try to counter the professional scout, and also the Lancaster castle is coming up. Beasty building the Golden Gate with 4 villager, and Valdemar building the house, the Lancaster castle with 3 villager. This is the optimal build for the Lancaster castle, but there was a mistake here, I feel. He didn't have enough wood because he didn't calculated the fact. So he didn't calculated the fact that he has spearmen, which is a huge mistake. At the same time, Beasty is sending his little deers back to his base with the scouts. Well, I feel Valdemar can counter this since a TC doesn't reach it. And also he can touch down the hunting cabin actually. Ooh, the spearman went to the wood line. A little bit of damage. The deer push did not manage to get pushed under the TC of Beasty. So right now, Valdemar has a full secured deer patch under his TC, and Beasty does not have. Walls are coming up. Beasty tried to wall. Oh, that was some torches over there. Nice torches by Valdemar. Oh, pushing into the villagers of Beasty. That 3 little spearman is really annoying for Beasty right now. He's doing so much delay And those villagers are not getting wood. And doing a little bit of damage on those villagers. Which is huge, because all their HP goes down. Which means it's much easier to snipe them. Even just damaging the enemy villagers is a really nice thing to do. Oh, the spearman went in. Oh, focusing out one villager. A lot of damage on that spearman, and Beasty had to sacrifice some gold while garrisoning the villager. Because if you didn't know, the Rus villager gathers a bounty in their pocket. If you garrison the villager while they have the bounty in their pocket, you actually will not receive the bounty. So every time Beasty garrisoned his villagers inside, his bounty or the extra gold was not received. And that was a really good plan by the Valdemar, because every time again, I need to mention this, every time when you garrison the villager that has bounty in their pocket, you will not receive it if you garrison inside the building. You will receive the food, you lose the aka you get the food into the bank, but the bounty actually will not get into your bank. Beasty made some archers to make sure he can professional scout the deer away, the deer of Valdemar and his own deer pack as well. Sadly, his deer pack is way much far away than Valdemar deer pack. The Valdemar deer pack is way much closer to him compared to Beasty's deer pack to him. So he is now stealing the deer pack of Valdemar first. Successfully, most of the deers got captured. 2 deer left. And 1 more. On the other side, we can see 3 manors into maybe Castle Age. No, it's gonna be Master the Nobles. So he will receive 2 Demi Lancer plus 3. So 5 Demi Lancer to counter the professional scout out of the Rus player. Nice pick. It's really good against the archers, really good against the scouts. Beasty is already preparing wall on the bottom. Spearman successfully finds a kill on one of the archers. The 5 Demi Lancer has arrived, and Valdemar is continuing to reach the Castle Age. He is also getting the survival techniques, but I feel like that's very, very late since there's not that many deer left. So that's a really bad move, ruining 75 gold, while most of the deers are already gathered. You can see he has only 3 deers left under his TC. 4, but it's too late. When the upgrade gonna finish, most of the food already being gathered from the deer. So it was just right now currently, unless if he goes to the boar, it wasn't worth it. Okay. The Lancers will not let Beasty to pro scout anymore, and for some reason the wall got denied and one of the villager fall. That's the first blood on the villager in this game. On the other side, the King's College is coming up from Beasty. It's the High Trade House, the best Rus landmark currently for H3. The Demi Lancers are destroying the fortified Palazzo wall, but at the same time, Beasty has his little archer patrolling around the deer camp that wasn't brought back yet. Ooh, that's a huge deny. If he can destroy that hunting cabin, that's huge. No more villager kill, and I feel like that charge was a little bit too early. Veteran Demi Lancer. As soon as you age up with the House of Lancaster, your Demi Lancer gets leveled up to Veteran or Elite. So now he indeed has the Veteran Demi Lancers. Oh, Pescator. Oh, Villager is outside. Villager is outside, very close to get charged. But BCQT with the huge play. Scouts for the meat shield, so the Dominancer charge will get absorbed by the scouts, so he doesn't lose the villager. Valdemar at home, 3 manor still. No upgrade on the manor. And he's switching to Hoblar with the hill training. Hoblar and crossbow. Wow, that's interesting. I would say Yeoman is still a pick, a really good pick. And also Caller of Essays, really good as well with the Knights. But I can see the reasoning behind that. He's going Hoblars to counter out the Horse Archer. Hoblar has an insanely good chance against the Horse Archers. But I would rather still go with normal Archer or Knight. Since now if Beasty is making Knights, he's gonna have a hard time. Or Beasty is making Spearmen. Hoblars are doing a crazy amount of damage. You can see the true power against the Horse Archer. If you are playing House of Lancaster, don't forget, you can just get Hoblars to counter the Mangudai or the Horse Archers. Because they are insanely good, very high ranged armor. And insanely high damage. 22 plus 22 on charge against a ranged unit. Beastie is switching to Knight. Valdemar is keep making crossbow. Crossbow, Spearman, and Hoblars. Let's see the production building. It's 2 monasteries plus 3 archer range and 2 stable from BC, which is really, really good for non-stop army production. Wolves coming up from the warrior monk. 1 relic already garrisoned for Beastie, and that's gonna be the only relic so far he got. While Valdemar has already picked up 2 relic. You can see in action how good the Hoblars are while focusing out the Horse Archers. Another warrior monk falls. Hoblars are insanely good counter against Horse Archer and Mangudai, or all kind of ranged cavalry archer. Onamusha, Camel Archer. If it's a ranged cavalry unit, the Hoblars are doing an insane amount of damage. Again, you can check 22 plus 22 on charge against a ranged unit. Their base damage is 9 plus 9 against ranged unit. Which also can be increased. He's not focusing out the Horse Archer with the Hoblars, doing a huge mistake. Very good capture by the monk. More Hoblar in the queue. Hoblars are still not focusing out the Horse Archer. Monk got sniped immediately by the Horse Archers. You can see the resource per minute is really good for BC. Still 1400 food per minute versus the 900 food per minute. But the problem is still the Hoblars. Warrior Monk has arrived by the Saint's Blessing for the Horseman, which gives extra damage and armor. At the same time, we can see there's 2 relics secured already, 1 relic in his base, and the last relic is coming back to Valdemar base right now. It's gonna be a 1 relic versus 4 and 2 TC. TC very open in the wilderness. Valdemar had to go out and collect some berries. Still no more manners. I think the biggest mistake could be not reaching the 9 manor in time. Because don't forget, House of Lancaster economy is coming from the manors. Beasty is changed from knights to horsemen since he saw that Valdemar is focusing very heavily to the crossbow. Hoblars have a huge problem of reaching the field. He can't really produce a lot of them right now since he lacks of food economy. You can see 500 food economy versus 1300 food economy. What he can do is just secure the relics, make sure he has manners, and in the end he will not have a problem at all with the economy. Villagers on board, forgot to build meal. Veterancy upgrade for the horseman just kicked in for Beasty. Valdemar is struggling to make the units since he doesn't have the 9 manners up yet. And the Relic did not get garrisoned. 4th Relic is being garrisoned. Back to the base. No military tactics training. It's a very, very expensive upgrade, but it's one of the most strongest upgrade. So if you didn't know, this improves every military unit bonus damage. If you have Mangonel, it will give 20% extra damage to the Mangonel, or to the Springald, or to the crossbow, because every military unit 20% damage is being increased on their bonus damage. So 20% extra damage on the plus 10 against heavy. Horseman and Horse Archer, the move from Beasty, which again, this is really good idea. Since Valdemar is still making crossbow, while he has the knowledge of Beasty making only horsemen. He switched because that's how you react to someone who is making most of the time crossbow. We can say the correct move. Six manners, no manner upgrade in the queue yet. Valdemar's base being raided right now. 59 villager to 65. Villager kills so far is 1-1. 1,500 food, 600 versus 1,200. And Valdemar just queued up a bunch of upgrades. All the upgrades you can imagine being queued up right now. A huge army of BC is approaching to Valdemar's base, which is really good, because this is where he gets us most of the resources. So that's a really huge resource denial. You will see a drop of food and gold very soon. And maybe a few drop of villagers. More raiding comes to the base of Valdemar. He researched the additional manors, he just had to build them. Beasty scouting for those villagers. And that 5 villager got found. Villagers are dying on the farms as well in Valdemar's base. At the same time, the horsemen, horse archer managed their toll, a great pick to counter out House of Lancaster with the Rus civilization. Boom.